Hey y'all, it's me, Tara Strong, aka Miss Minutes for Bama Geeks. I hope you're ready to watch, and if you don't, I will have to prune you. Stay on your sacred timeline.
And a very, very happy Sunday evening to you.
Hello.
Tara Strong said, stay on your sacred timeline, and we are not. This is not a normal recording night for us or a live stream night. We are in an off week because why not?
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything else has been off the last couple of days, so why not?
Absolutely. We are 3/4 of the Bama Geeks. I'm Brock Parker. That's my wife, Jess.
That's me.
I
Hello.
finally pointed in the right direction for the first time. And down below, Bo Bearden.
Greetings.
Kevin Gardner is on a mission tonight. Secret mission. So secret, we don't know where he is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just sent him out in the field. He'll be back. Next week, we're going to do this 2 weeks in a row. Amazing. So, just so you are aware, next week, we will be live again on Sunday night at this time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be joined once again by Gary W. Jones from the Alabama Theater.
Yes, looking forward to that.
You don't want to miss this.
Yeah.
if you didn't hear our last episode with Gary, you did yourself a disservice.
I agree.
Go back and watch. Go back and listen. Just look up the Alabama Theater with Gary. He's going to be promoting a really cool event that's coming up in October for the Alabama Theater here in Birmingham. And we're going to go live with him. And that's going to be a treat. I promise you that's going to be a treat. So if you got questions and everything for Gary, make sure you join us next week. It's going to be fun. Gary's one of our favorite people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
Gary will be here. Kevin should be here. And the three of us went to Dragon Con. And so we just wanted to hop on here tonight before we got too far away from Dragon Con. It's been a little less than a week now. We just wanted to get on here and just chit chat and hopefully that you'll join us.
Yeah, we've already got some people in the chat here.
Yeah. And let's see. Let's say hi. Skylar.
Hi y'all.
Hey, Skylar. We finally got to meet Skylar in person. We're going to show a picture of Skylar. I hope you don't mind. We're going to show a picture of you.
Do we have your consent?
Yes, let us know in the chat before we get to the picture. And it goes, Darnay Olson. He's here. When doing anything creative, is one ever truly off? Words of wisdom, my friend.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom. And then Skylar, Jess, nice popcorn bucket in the background.
Yep.
We procured the bat signal over the weekend. And then our good buddy Phil.
Hey Phil.
From Tennessee.
Yo. Hey,
Yo.
Yo Phil. How you doing?
Darnay Dragon Con. Woot. We finally got to meet Darnay. We got a picture of you too that we're going to show. We have no shame. And then Skylar says, yes, you have my consent.
All right, thanks.
Yes. Howdy. That is appropriate considering how we all dressed for the mixer for PKE Surge.
Yes.
So we'll check in with the chat throughout the stream. We will make this available on audio. Before we kick things off, talking about Dragon Con, go ahead and leave a like. We would absolutely appreciate that. That'll help boost our algorithm just a little bit. So people, especially in the chat who went to Dragon Con, who hung out with us, we want you to interact in this stream. We want to know your thoughts on Dragon Con as we go along. We'll be here, I guess, roughly an hour or so, just kind of shooting the breeze. But please hit the like button on the stream. And if you want to support us at all, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Bama Geeks. You can hit that $5 a month. That price may be negotiable in the future. Just because Patreon is going to start raising some rates for iOS users. And we don't want you guys to have to pay extra for our mess. But as you see down on the bottom, you can join the Bama Geeks channel. You can leave a super chat if you want to support us. You can leave a super thanks after the stream is over. Your choice. If not, hey, we're free because and we're just
And then when it's all done, you can listen to Super Tramp and have a good time. That's all you got to
yeah, exactly. So anyway, again, this kind of involved Dragon Con. If you did not see, or if you were in the parade, like a lot of you that are now in the chat with us, if you were not watching the live stream at the end of the Dragon Con parade on our Facebook channel, Bo secured a lovely gift from the people at I'm assuming it was the Coke people.
It had to be Coca-Cola representatives, yeah. They were in. I guess it is a Coke company, but it was Fanta representatives. But
yeah, they were handing out free Fanta at the end of the Dragon Con parade, which kudos to them for trying to market this mess.
But they also remember last year they looked like a bunch of Coke Zeros down there at the at the end of the Marriott. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so on the live stream, Bo got to taste the Beetlejuice Haunted Apple Fanta. He got it in a bottle and he gave you his reaction. Bo, what was your reaction?
Well, the initial, like I told everybody, the initial taste is not bad because it's called a haunted apple or whatever. So the initial apple taste is not good. And then whatever they want to throw in for the aftertaste of the haunted kind of sneaks in and just ruins it. Like, yeah, it just didn't do it any favors. Which I told them before the stream, I should have saved this reaction for them so y'all guys could have seen. But I let my kiddo Oliver try it, and he tried it and he said, and I told him, my thoughts on it. He goes, "Nope, it tasted bad before and after." So he didn't cut it no slack. Hey, I mean, it's Beetlejuice, I wouldn't love it, but it's not one of my favorite flavors of soda.
No, it's Jess and I went and bought a 12-pack of this stuff, thinking, oh, it's going to taste like apple Fanta. And I got home and I cracked one open. And that is the last one I'm going to crack open. But yeah. Hey, Jamie. Jamie says, yay, my favorite Bama peeps. Well, thank you very much.
Oh.
What is this? Whoa,
wait a minute.
Hang on, Darnay.
Oh.
Dude, thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
A 1999 super sticker. Dude.
Are you still drinking around the world by chance?
Yeah. Darnay, already a supporter, man. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
Yes.
That means a lot. You're our very first super chat.
Thank you,
ever.
Darnay.
So
Yes.
thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate that, man. And the Seb, whoop. Hey, man. Thanks for joining us again. Appreciate that.
Welcome.
Hey. Jamie accurately describes this as harvest apple vom. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a very accurate description. I mean,
yeah.
Well,
look who's got this, and she has not tasted this yet. Hang on, we're gonna bring.
Yes, we got to give her the full screen.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, hang on, Jess.
going-
No,
okay.
we want this reaction. And while you do that, the Seb says, "I hope to work my way up to attend Dragon Con." We hope you do, man. Yeah, please
Yes,
do.
please.
We have such a good time there.
all right. So Brock wanted the full. He didn't want me to go ahead and pre-open it. He wanted to get the the sound of the.
Put that thing up next to the microphone. Let's hear that can open.
Oh, here we go.
ASMR.
Oh, look at there.
Oh yeah. Until you taste it. So show everybody what the can looks like.
Okay. So yeah, Beetlejuice.
Great can, great design.
Yeah, I mean the can is awesome. The design on the can is great. So yeah, here we go. Here's my first time to try this after getting so much feedback on that. So. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, no. No. I see what they're trying to do here.
Yeah.
But no. This isn't enjoyable at all.
It tastes like Beetlejuice's armpit.
It does. Yeah, it tastes exactly what you would think when you think of Beetlejuice. Yeah.
That face he's making on the can is exactly the face all three of us have made now.
Yeah.
Well, like for me, I gave it like a maybe 2 or 3 more seconds of enjoyment before I reached Jeff's level there.
No, I agree with Oliver. It was, yeah. I
I
agree.
think it's my brain wanted me to like it, and that's why I gave it that extra 2 or 3 seconds. And then it was like no.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course, also I was burning up after sweating and marching for how long the Dragon Con parade. So anything cold and wet to drink was all a wanted thing. So
Yeah. Yeah. But if anybody wants any cans, it isn't yummy.
Yeah,
No.
Phil says, "Isn't it yummy?"
Yeah.
Darnay, such a soothing sound. Opening that can. Yeah, it is, man. And then, of course, Jamie, that looked like a
Okay.
no.
That was a definite no.
Yeah, definite
it
no.
was-
That tastes like that. It tastes like Beetlejuice.
It does.
It really does. So I went ahead and drank the entire can. My first, and look, that was a one-time deal.
Mhm.
So we're going to have a lot of leftover souvenir cans.
Yeah. I mean,
They gave me a can. I'm gonna hold on to it for display purposes. But
yeah.
Who knows? It may rot the bottom of it out.
yeah, I might just need to puncture it a little bit to drain it.
Phil said he liked it.
I mean, hey, no,
Hey,
that's more for you to enjoy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean, you like it, you don't like it, but
Yeah.
it's not my thing. No. I like Fanta. I like apple Fanta, but that's
Love Fanta.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So there's also a one that's got Catherine O'Hare on it.
Yeah.
Pineapple.
Yeah, we need to grab that somewhere and try
there's-
that one. But
There's one that's got Winona on it too.
Oh, is there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't see
Yeah.
that one.
Because let's see, you got like Michael's the spice apple, Jenna's the orange, and then Catherine's the pineapple. I wonder if
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet you Winona's strawberry. I bet that's the other big.
That could be.
That could be the other fan of favor.
I agree.
He's Mikey.
Yeah. Jamie feels
Yeah.
like that kid from the 80 Cereals commercial. Mikey likes it.
Yeah,
Mm.
give it to Phil. He likes it.
Darnay says, I feel like that sip was as rough as me trying to get up for the Dragon.
You had a
I
good
agree.
time Friday night. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Speaking of Dragon Con, which we're about to get into, Seb says Cami Con and the return of Magic City Con are his next 2 cons.
Yep.
So awesome. We'll be at Magic City Con.
Mhm.
We may have an Alabama Ghostbusters
Yeah. for Cammy.
contingent there at Cami Con, but there's a high chance the 3 of us will not be there for that one.
Yeah.
Depends on
But
my work schedule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our schedules and stuff. But if we get a chance to go, we certainly will.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But Magic City Con for sure.
Yeah, that's a definite. Hmm.
Yeah.
So happy that it's coming back. So we will definitely be there
Yeah.
to support that.
So Dragon Con.
Dragon Con. Dragon Con.
I'm not touching that one. It's an inside joke.
Chase, are you here?
Yeah. Where you at,
Yeah.
Chase?
Yeah.
Dragon Con. Just started the new
Aw.
job, so he can't make it to Alabama Comic Con. Oh man.
Oh.
Bad that you can't make it to Alabama Comic Con,
Bad
but
difference. Yeah.
awesome for the new job.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
It's always good to
It's-
have a job.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Yeah. Jobs are kind of needed.
Yes.
So.
Especially if you're a geek and you want to buy stuff, you got to have a good job.
Yeah, absolutely. So Dragon Con, we have a good time
Hmm.
always, and we've got a lot of people here in the chat that we had a good time with. And Darnay says he's going to see Phil and Jamie Thursday. Well, now I'm jealous.
Well,
Yeah.
Goodness, man.
I know.
Alright.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said I'm just seeing. I know what they're going to. They're going to see each other
Ah.
for, and that's going to be fun.
Nice. Very nice. Awesome. So Dragon Con, definitely one of our favorite events every year. This was number
Mhm.
15 in a row for me.
Mhm.
This was 14 for me.
And Jess, this is 8,
yeah,
right?
right.
Yeah.
My first one was 2016. Yes.
Yeah. And I started in 2009. The only year any of us miss is the one everybody missed
Yep.
was 2020, even though we had tickets for it. They were nice and honored those tickets in 2021.
Hmm.
So, I see what you guys are doing. Halloween Horror Nights. That's right. I forgot you guys were going. So that's awesome. It's not looking good for us to make it this year. But as far as Dragon Con, it's number 9 for Jamie, number 10 for Phil.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, in 2009, I started going to Dragon Con because of PKE Surge. That was the first one that was announced, and that's the first one I attended because I wanted to meet everybody I'd been getting to know online. And yeah, Darnay says first Dragon Con, I never stepped in the foot in the vendor hall and didn't want to waste time in a line that could be spent time hanging with
Yeah.
y'all. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
The vendor hall, once you've been in the Dragon Con vendor hall,
Mhm.
you've been in it every year
Yeah.
already. It's the same dealers over and over. The
The
only
o-
thing,
Yeah, as I say, I didn't want to cut you off. Yeah, the same thing you were going to probably say, the artist.
Yeah.
yeah, the artist alley, because we've got a select group of artists that we like to see every year. In
Mhm.
fact, one of them that we have been bombarding with lots of money, we graciously give him money. Jimmy Mulligan, who's a Disney artist. They finally recognized us this year and went, "Hey guys, good to see y'all again." And so, yeah,
We're repeat customers.
definitely. But we Dragon Con, we got there on Thursday this year as we normally do. Next year we're taking the leap.
That's right.
We are going to attend Dragon Con Wednesday through Monday next year.
Have either one of you ever been on Wednesday before?
Nope.
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Wednesday is the new Thursday.
It'll be
That's
Wednesday,
right.
our dudes.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Jamie and Phil got there on Wednesday.
Mhm.
Shoot, there were
That-
people there like the Monday or Tuesday before.
Darnay didn't Darnay? He got there like
I think
on
Darnay
Tuesday.
got up there on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct us if we're wrong, Darnay. Yeah, none of us have ever gone on Wednesday just because. And you got a room for next year. Darnay said he booked
Nice.
Wednesday through Monday
Yep.
for next year, and I was able to snag a room. Fantastic.
I did see that. So good to hear that.
Yeah. So Dragon Con definitely is a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to being there an extra day next year just for the relaxation purposes. We don't have to get there as early because we always get there early on Thursday.
Yeah.
We always get there early on Thursday, get checked in, run down, get our badges, and then just that begins the hectic weekend. So I think that Wednesday next year is going to be really good for just getting in, maybe getting in around lunch, around check-in time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Being able to drive over later in the morning or even early afternoon, get over there, settle in, relax, go hang out, eat dinner with people, and hang out with whomever's there. And
well, that's what Thursday used to be like.
What's that?
And that's what
That's what Thursday used to be like.
Yeah. Thursday used to get in and nice and settled in.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Wednesdays now.
Yeah.
Because they officially made Thursday a con day.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many things happening, and we can blame our friend Joe Crow on that. Apparently,
Yeah.
he revealed at his American Sci-Fi Classics panel that they decided to do things on Thursday. So Dragon Con said, "Well, why not?"
So
and followed their lead.
you want to blame somebody? Blame Joe.
Yeah. Thanks, Joe. We love you.
Thanks.
Awesome Joe.
But it was wonderful getting in on Thursday and seeing everybody. So I guess we break down kind of day by day what happened, or how we want to go with this.
We'll
All
see.
right.
Yeah, so we already broke down Thursday,
Yeah.
anyway. Get
Yeah.
there, get our passes and all that fun stuff.
Pretty
Mhm.
much. Yeah. We went to wrestling.
Yeah.
I attended my first Dragon Con wrestling Thursday night, which was fun. It's a fun event to go to. We got to see Rikishi. He had a part to play in the Dragon Con wrestling this year.
Yes, he did. And we're going to share some photos here from the weekend so people can see what we're talking about. 1 second, please. There we go. All right. There's not going to be any rhyme or reason to these photos. We're just going to thumb through them and talk about them. How about that?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
All right. So Rikishi was at Dragon Con Wrestling on Thursday.
Mhm.
There he is. That's Big Quiche. that we got to. This was on Friday that we got to meet him. Jess and I went over there, and that's Sarah. She is Rikishi's con agent, who we have become friends with. And so she's like, oh, I really want to meet you guys in person, so make sure you come over and say hi. And so we got to say hi to her, and then Rikishi was trying to sign our photo. He was really trying to sign the photo, and Sarah kept talking to us, and we were actually behind the table behind Rikishi, and he's like, well, thanks for coming to see me.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so funny is I finally realized why he looked so different. I know he's older, but like I was watching, like I was telling them, I was watching some older stuff, and he doesn't have his goatee anymore. That's when I realized it looks so different about him now.
Yeah. So,
and as I liked when I find out, someone, I always like to try to make an impression on somebody I'm meeting, wrestlers and stuff like that. I've been known to do that throughout the years. And I found out Rikishi likes Skittles, so I did bring him some Skittles, and I made Rikishi a friendship bracelet, which he did. He put on there at the table when I was there, and he actually took a picture of it and shared it on his Instagram and Facebook story. So, and then throughout the weekend, when I guess he was doing his own photo, during the pro photo op session, and you can see the bracelet that I made for him that he was wearing in the pictures over the weekend.
Yeah, and it said Big Quiche.
Big Quiche. Yep. And it had Fatu on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in his picture he took, it was showing the Big Quiche. Yeah.
Yeah, he wore it all weekend. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And Darnay says, I think one of the coolest moments was Thursday, getting to finally meet y'all after years of being online friends and being greeted with a welcoming hug.
Look,
absolutely, man. That we were so thrilled to finally get to meet you and get to meet Skylar and all, who we've known online for a long time. And yeah, absolutely. We are huggers. We're all huggers.
Very much so.
But yeah, Friday was mostly Brock and I made the decision to get up Friday morning and go ahead and hit the vendor hall because we knew where we were going. We went straight up to the artist floor, and got the prints that we wanted to pick up this year.
Yeah, and I don't mean to derail things. So I got them here. I didn't get them prepared, but go ahead.
But it's like we were saying before, the vendor halls, the lowered floors, it's the same every year. And
Nothing
most
changes.
of the stuff, there are people that do their own, craft stuff or
woodworking
the things they make.
and leather making and clothes making.
Most of the time I find myself picking up their Etsy cards or whatever and checking out their stuff. But a lot of the things that you can find in the vendor hall, you can find online.
Yeah.
So.
And one of the things I was looking for, like we talked about Jimmy Mulligan, the Disney artist. Jimmy did this aerial print for Tampa Bay Comic-Con the weekend before. And I got on his Instagram and I'm like, dude, you have to bring that to DragonCon, please. And he said, duly noted. And he brought them and I got it.
Yeah.
But he also had he also brought a DragonCon exclusive. If you look at Ariel's headband on her hat, that's the Marriott carpet, the old Marriott carpet. So, yeah. Oh, and there is Katie. Sorry we're late. We were watching Fall Guy, the new one, or the old Lee Major show. But yeah, we're just showing off art prints right now, Katie.
What do we call that? Pumpkin spice Ariel?
Yeah, pumpkin spice Ariel.
Yeah.
By the way, we were in Target Friday on the way home, and I did see that Keurig now has the Starbucks pumpkin spice K-Cups, which got a little lady very happy when she was told that today.
It's that time of year.
So Katie said, yeah, they're watching the new one. We need to watch that one.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Pumpkin cookies.
Phil says he's eating my pumpkin cookies now.
Pumpkin cookies.
Pumpkins. Very nice.
But most of the time, Brock and I will, in previous years, we'll go through the vendor hall and we usually just zip through all the other floors just to get to the top floor where the artists are, because that's where we end up that's where we end up spending our money
Mhm.
at the vendor hall. So we got that knocked out Friday, which wasn't bad, really.
Well, Jimmy was the one that I was
Mhm.
really aiming for, because when he said he would bring that Tampa Bay aerial print, that was like that we are heading right there. I don't want him to sell out of those because I loved it so much. So yeah.
Yeah. He and he we picked up a couple other things. I mean, I don't know if you go through all your prints,
Nah.
but yeah. So he wasn't the only artist we bought from. We did pick up a couple of more things.
Aunt
But
Lucia, who designed the DC bombshells.
Mhm.
If you're familiar with those, being an Air Force veteran, I love World War II bomber art, and so the DC bombshells with Harley and all that. He's the one that designed that, and so he had a couple of new prints that we went and
Mhm.
grabbed and all. But
yeah, we just made the decision we were going to knock out the vendor hall stuff and our autographs and get those out of the way. That's over and done with Friday, because it sat, from what we could tell, and we're glad we did, because as the weekend progressed and we were in the Marriott and we saw the lines getting into the Walk of Fame area, we're glad we went ahead and
Ooh.
knocked all of that out. Yeah.
yeah, speaking of autographs, I do want to show what we got this year.
Okay.
As we did the Walk of Fame, Vincent D'Onofrio was there,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones on an original Men in Black poster, and I've got Josh Brolin on an 8x10 with him as a young Agent K. So when I saw Vincent was going to be there, I'm like, I gotta get Edgar.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My interaction with him, of course, was to look and see that there was no 8x10s of Mystic Pizza up there. So yeah.
he said, yeah, we ran out of those.
We sold out of those.
But of course, Bo and I, well, Bo first, who introduced me to it, Mass Effect.
Oh yeah.
Mass Effect, the voice actress for Tally was there, Ash Sroka. Yeah, and I have been wanting to meet her. She's one of the she was one of the few, and I totally did not know that she was going to be there. And if you've seen past streams, and if you know the Mass Effect lore, this picture of Tally sits on Shepard's nightstand in his quarters on the Normandy on the ship.
That's if you choose her as a romance option now, don't?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a metal frame that BioWare was selling. I mean, even on the back, it says, Shepard, wherever you go, I'm with you. I had no idea she was going to be there. I would have gotten her to sign this.
Yeah.
Maybe another chance.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because she was fantastic, and she's shorter than Jessica. Which is
so
awesome.
was Renee Jacobs.
Renee was tiny.
But anyway.
I'll get to her in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then of course, if you followed the podcast for any amount of time, you know that we are on the mission to complete this first season cast picture of Strange New Worlds, Star Trek. And so we were able, and I'm Babs, the Dr. Montago.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his last name, and I'm so sorry, Babs. But we met him, and he was a delight. He finally came.
Wonderful.
Bruce Horak, who was engineer, Hemmer, who we made it through the well.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it, he's in the first season.
Yeah.
But he's legally blind, and his engineer is on the show as well. It's really cool. He's a great guy. We had a lot of fun talking to him.
Yeah.
But we got him to sign it. Melissa, is it Valdez? Is that her last name?
I'm blanking on the name.
Melissa. I know her. I know her first name's Melissa. She was supposed to be there. She backed out like the Tuesday before Dragon Con.
Yeah.
So we still have to get Melissa and Rebecca Romaine,
Mm-hmm.
who was at Fanboy Expo in Orlando this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the last two signatures we need.
And sorry, I'm pointing out seeing Jamie's comment about, or when he was in Cell. That movie, whoo, that is a movie.
I have not seen it.
See, him and Jennifer Lopez is one of her first movies. Kind of a sci-fi thriller.
That's honestly, that's why I didn't see it. So anything with Jennifer Lopez, I avoid like the plague.
Gotcha. I understand.
she's one of those actresses I can't.
I understand people have that.
So you guys still go with me going with this?
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right.
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going.
So this picture here, Star Trek Voyager.
Ah,
This was a fun one. Garrett Wang, who was Ensign Harry Kim on Voyager, he is the director of the Trek track at Dragon Con and has been for years. And I've never taken the time to go and see him. Well, this picture, this cast photo was signed by Ethan Phillips, Kate Mulgrew, Robert Duncan McNeil, and Robert Picardo. This picture I got in 1996. This was signed by those 4 cast members in 1996 at the 30th anniversary Star Trek convention in Huntsville. And in 1996, after I got it, I put this picture in a frame, and it has not been out of the frame until this year when I found it again and said, okay, this is this year. I've got to get Garrett. So I went and I got Garrett, and I told him that story. He's like, holy smokes, that thing is not disintegrated yet. He said no. So he was looking at it. He's like, okay, you still need Robert Beltran. You need
tell him, get him to Dragon Con.
Yeah.
Roxanne and Tim is not on there. He said Jennifer. He said you're never going to get Jennifer, so this will always be incomplete. But he's like, we all talk on the podcast. They do a podcast, and I'm like, bring them to Dragon Con so I can finish this.
Tell them to come to Dragon Con.
Yeah, this picture's only 28 years old. And then the last thing that we stood in line for the majority of Friday was the entire cast and Bo already had all these guys.
Yep.
But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original voice cast, including Renee, April O'Neil, she's the one who had this photo at her table, and so we went to her first, and then got all the other guys to sign it. Rob Paulson, Cam
Clark, Townsend Coleman,
and then
Barry
Gordon.
Barry Gordon. Yeah. Apologies. It's been a weekend. We've had 2 weeks of being with people, and my brain is fried. But anyway, got the entire TMNT original cast to get it. So, and I've been trying to put that Arkham City cast photo together.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Been trying like crazy to get that Arkham City cast photo. Maurice LaMarche is the last one I need. And he and Rob Paulson were scheduled for Chattanooga Comic-Con at the end of October. And I'm like, great, we're going to go. We're going to get them. We even told Rob, we'll see you in Chattanooga. Because we had a great conversation with Rob because he was wearing a Steve Yzerman Red Wings jersey. And I love Steve Yzerman is my favorite hockey player of all time. And so we got into a hockey conversation more than anything. But just a couple of days ago, Maurice canceled Chattanooga Comic-Con. So now I've got to track him down again to finish that Arkham City cast poster.
Yeah.
So we won't see you in Chattanooga, Rob. And I'm so sorry about that because you're such a delight.
We got Chase has joined us.
Yes.
Oh,
Chase.
hey, missed it. Sorry.
There you go. He's got some J-Lo gossip, it says.
Oh, let's see.
Look.
Here we go. Chase, welcome in, my man. J-Lo gossip. She was at the premiere with Matt Damon, and Ben was nowhere to be seen. Don't trust your best friends, kids.
Well, you see how that marriage turned out. Anyway.
Who?
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, and also, since I have it sitting here as well too, when we met Renee Jacobs, and got her, she was handing out her own ribbons that, I don't know if you can really tell, but it says,
lean it up a little bit. It's got a glare on it. This is April O'Neil.
Yeah, this is April
Channel
O'Neil,
6.
Channel 6. Yeah.
So we got a special ribbons. So
yeah. There's my ribbon.
I didn't put any ribbons on my badge this year. I meant to. No, I didn't.
because he has the thing about placement, and all the badges are not the same size.
The
So,
ribbon,
yeah,
I have a love-hate
ribbons
relationship
and
with everybody's ribbons because the Dragon Con badge is the same size every year, but a lot of people get the ribbons that are just like a half inch out on the sides, and my OCD can't take it.
I've seen some people get them jagged scissors like you could get for crafting, and they've been trimming
Mhm.
theirs. I've been seeing people do that.
Great idea.
yeah.
I'll do that next year. So, yeah, go ahead, please. I've done enough talking.
Well, I mean, I'll show off some of my scores I got here.
Yeah,
Like
please
the,
do.
Yeah.
the only big thing, like the only old photo I've got signed, it isn't from '90s, but it did start in 2011. I've got my photo here from the Call of the Dead I've been working on. This is where I met Danny I had met Danny Trejo this year for us because it started in 2011. I got Robert England to sign it then. All of it's been signed at Dragon Con except for George Romero.
Where'd you meet George?
Coincidentally, it was during my honeymoon.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry, my dear. We have to go over here.
Look, it worked out good because we were in Orlando for our honeymoon, and they were having what's the big con they have down there?
Spooky Empire.
Spooky
Empire. And I just happened to look, and I saw where they had George Romero, and I told like we weren't staying on site at Disney because we was doing both Disney and Universal for our honeymoon. I was like, you care if I go over here for about an hour and do this? She's like, sure. I mean, like she went with me. We went in there, we walked around. I was in there. It worked out great because I was not busy. Got in, got the autograph, got a picture with Romero, and I was out. So
you did better than me then. I just on a related note, my first honeymoon, we went to Reno, and I had a $5 bill, and I told my ex-wife, I'm like, well, I'm going to run downstairs. That there's a slot machine right outside the elevator. I'm going to go put this $5 bill in. I'll be right back. It's going to disappear. Hour and a half later, she comes down. I'm up $75. And she's like, "This is our honeymoon." And I'm like, "But I got us some extra spending money." So I tucked my tail and went back upstairs.
Yeah, it's got. But said right now, it's got Robert England, Michael Rooker, now Danny Trejo, and George Romero. Now all I have left is Sarah Michelle Gellar to complete this one out. So.
Okay.
Keep an eye out on GalaxyCon. They've had some private signings with her.
And I got Rikishi like you guys did, but the other big autograph I got, and it isn't for me, it's for my good friend Dwayne. Because
does he know now?
Yeah, he knows. I said as soon as I got it to him, I sent him a picture.
We don't want to spoil anything.
Oh no, he's good. He knows. I just got to get it to him. I hadn't seen him since then, but like I said, he loves Monty Python. Like his favorite sketch is the Crunchy Frog. If you've never seen that one, it's where they have a flavor in the chocolate where they say they have frog in it. It's you'll have to look it up. It's one of the good classic sketches. Like his username on everything. Like
that's where he gets that from.
Yes.
Okay.
But I got him John Cleese's autograph.
Nice.
Just because I was like, hey man, he always wants to try to come to Dragon Con, but it never works out. So I'm like, man, I can't be there and not get that for him. So
yeah. It wasn't nothing like you experienced with Andy
Serkis. No, not Andy Serkis. No, it's not Andy Serkis. No. And this one I did all out of the goodness of my heart. The other one I kind of got tasked for, but hey, it is what it is. But the cool thing about it with me was like it was nice to meet. Like I said, it worked out good for me. The autograph's cool, but it was not like a must have for me. But at least I got to talk to John Cleese for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that worked out good for me. I mean, that's cool experience I got out of that.
Yeah, that is a cool one. And if you've never seen Bo angry, go back and find our post Dragon Con episode from last year and hear that story. Bo and I have been friends for a long time, and I have never seen him angry.
Well, see, that's what I told Chase. Since Chase is in here, he's like, man, I was like legit like scared of you.
Because we were eating when Bo joined us right as soon as he got finished with that, and
And the cool thing, the thing about it is like I said, everyone. I'm not trying to like self boast or anything. Everybody knows me as the nice, calm, nice guy, And it takes a lot of pent back feelings to keep that in you as a human being. So when the little rupture in the dam happens, you got to be careful.
Bo came to dinner that night later than he wanted to. Bo was white knuckling like this. He's like,
I was frustrated.
There was like, the steam, flames on the side of his face.
Yeah, it was in that territory of like, you're so angry you were like hyper emotional. So like I said, that was. But see, I'm good. I got better. I turned into a newt, but I got better. So
Yeah.
we're talking Monty Python, but and beyond that, that was cool. I can't other things I wanted to show, but I don't have them unless you guys have them on them. I got Fernando's pins he did.
I don't have those near me.
I've got
Shay said I was in the army in combat, and I've never seen anyone more threatening than Bo angry.
Well, see, that's because you're not expecting it. That's the thing about it.
They say it's always the nice ones you got to watch out for when they have reached their limit.
That's why y'all don't see me angry often.
Yeah, Dando. Yeah, we don't have his pins close by, but
well, please, if you look him up, he's got it's the Flush Some Fear. I know his thing he's doing now on Instagram. Yeah,
you
can't really see that. This is I got this one, the Flush Some Fear, just the button, regular
look up pin. Is it Brainwave?
I think Brainwave, yeah, because I got a sticker here. It's I can't really tell it, but he's got that, and he's got a couple of his stickers. Is Kick Some Cancer.
Yeah.
Our buddy Nando went through some personal things earlier this year, and I stayed in touch with him throughout that, and it was wonderful to see him at Dragon Con for sure. Both him and our other friend Chris, whom I haven't seen in 10 years, maybe at Dragon Con. He came back down with them, and yeah, it was great to see them. So, but yeah, look up Brainwave. Is there a 84. Number after
Brainwave 48? Brainwave 48, excuse me.
Okay, Brainwave 48. Look them up on Instagram.
You can see his ectopopper he built.
Yeah, it's impressive.
He started doing documenting photos of it.
Yeah,
the process of putting that together.
Speaking of props that people built, and Friday night for are we done for the autographs and all that?
Yeah.
Friday night we all had the PKE Surge mixer, which is a big group of Ghostbusters. And I'm looking really quickly through my pictures. Well, I'll show this one. I'll show this one first. Yeah, it was Phil. Phil says that popper was awesome. It was really impressive. Let's see. I'll share the screen here.
I was gonna say because my I'm logged out of my Facebook, but
it's fine. I got it pulled up.
Okay.
So for Friday night we did a country and western mixer, and this is Jess and myself. We threw on the overalls, and we finally got some of the Dickies khaki work shirts, and a friend of mine let us borrow some cowboy hats. So yeah, there's that one. That wasn't the props I was referring to. I'm trying to get through here.
While you're going through there, it made me think. After like Katie, she was Dolly Proton. I thought about another good a country and western theme Ghostbuster thing we could have done. It didn't happen until like last week. I was like, man, I could have painted my gray beard, and I could have been Kenny Roastem.
I'm
so mad.
That's a missed opportunity.
I know. It hit me at work like Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday. It made me so mad.
Was that your missed connection?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's Katie and Jess. Katie is Dolly Parton. And then I had to show off their packs, which this is what I was talking about. Katie did. There you go. Katie did the Dolly Parton pack. Let's see how well we can show this. If you look at the end filter there, we're not trying to show you rear end, Katie. It just happens to be where it is. We're sorry. She's got a Dolly Parton end filter, and she put rhinestones and everything.
Proton Wagner.
There you go.
Oh, sorry, you took it down. There it is.
Proton Wagner.
That's
that would have been great. Yeah, she did a great job with this pack. This is one of the spirit packs. But yeah, she did the rhinestones and the butterflies, and I love the plaid ribbon cable.
Yeah.
This was fantastic.
And her little microphone was so cute.
Unfortunately, she couldn't find any juggalo mesh for her the split loom.
Speaking of Juggalo, don't mean to get off the subject, but ICP's coming to Birmingham.
I saw
Are they
that.
really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bo, I'm surprised you're not looking into that.
I'm not a fan, but I mean, I would be hell to see it for people watch. Look, I know I have terrible taste in music, but that might be pushing it with them.
Let's see. Oh, up!
Oh,
I told you, there's no rhyme or
oh,
reason in
look.
these pictures.
Oh, hey, Darnay, look.
Let's go
there's
back. Yeah, let's go see. So, us talking to Darnay. That's Darnay. We finally got to meet this guy in person. Super happy we finally got to. And I tell you, if you're a fan of Trailer Park Boys,
Yes.
and you know Bubbles, there's his twin.
Yeah.
He was Bubbles this weekend and was super funny in character.
And super blind.
Yeah, super blind. Yeah, those.
How's that eyesight doing?
Yeah, across it. Yeah, but there we are. There's the Country Parkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Liberty brand overalls. That's what my dad's dad, always wore like daily.
My father-in-law still wears those like
does he?
3 to 4 days out of the week. That's his normal dress.
That's awesome. All right, so there's Chase.
Yes.
Yeah, surprise Chase.
Chase.
Bet you didn't know we were going to show you tonight. And that's our friends Matt and Amber back there who came down.
Bandit Chase.
Yeah, seeing Chase with a full beard or goatee.
Yeah,
really caught me off guard. But for Bandit,
nobody recognized.
perfect.
From what I heard, nobody recognized him and Katie at all Friday night.
Yeah,
nobody was expecting that.
yeah. But so Katie had the Dolly Parton pack. Chase had Bandit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at Chase, we do mean to show your rear end.
Yeah.
He's got the emblem from Bandit's car down there on the infilter.
All the gold trim.
All the gold trim. Bandit. But the kicker is this can of Coors up here. They did such fantastic jobs on these
banquet of booster tubes.
That's right. It's Miller Lite. That's the champagne of beers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't worry, Chase. We're going to show that in a second. Chase says nobody was expecting Chrissy either. You'll see it. And Darnie talking about his glasses. When you have social anxiety, those glasses make interacting with others so much easier because you can't see more than a blurry outline of the people.
Yeah.
Those things were thick. And Darnay said he got them off eBay off of like an old lady who had passed away.
Oh no!
Yeah,
an estate sale from it or something.
Yeah, estate sale, something on eBay.
Oh, I did not know that story.
But yeah, Bubbles glass. I mean, they're perfect, and they magnified. Oh man, do they magnify his eyes? So let me go through and try to find some more photos here. Was that it for? Yeah, that's all I had for Friday. Saturday, of course, the parade. We all got up and we didn't stay out too terribly late.
What I was going to tell you is I do have a missed connection. I needed to tell you about that.
Go ahead.
I did not get to see the Miami connection at the American Sci-Fi Classics panel because it was a little too late on Friday. So my missed connection was Miami connection. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, we wanted to stay and see that movie, but I don't think Joe started that movie until it was 11:30 at night on Friday night. We're like, man, we got the parade in the morning and we're old. So yeah, so we didn't get a chance, but here's pretty much our group of Ghostbusters that were there for Saturday watch party online. You know what? That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. We can probably do that.
Don't think I haven't considered that. I've given that some thought, Katie.
Yeah, we may have to do that. Darnay said a meemaw from Jacksonville.
Little did she know that her glasses would become part of a costume.
She is in the afterlife, and her glasses are with Bubbles.
And speaking of Saturday at the parade, it was hot Saturday.
It got humid.
It
felt good.
Yeah,
it felt good walking over, but it got humid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it kind of made for a rough Saturday, and I just kind of have. If I have to pick a day at Dragon Con that's going to be more of the rest up kind of day and lay around, I think Saturday's probably going to be it.
Yeah. And that's Nando with that giant ghost popper he made. right there.
And then you see of course the Slimer there that stood that
The stand up that he
Yeah.
made.
And Stay Puft was in the back. Then they're holding up the Stay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there
a
it
big
is.
Stay
Yeah.
Puft. And Borzu made it.
Yeah,
We were not expecting
Boris, yeah.
Boris. We're very happy. And there's friend of the podcast, Jamie Knowles.
Yep.
Right there. She's one of our Patreon supporters. We appreciate you, Jamie.
Let's see. I see Phil back there. There's Chase.
There's Phil.
Right there by
Chase,
Bo.
And Craig and Abby.
Jamie's in there somewhere, I think. Somewhere.
Poor Jamie had a fun start to the parade. She was just in there trying to relax there. And
poor Jamie.
And her poor stool broke on her.
Yeah. I'm looking for it. They cut off some of this picture.
She's got a straw hat on. So
I don't see her. Yeah, I don't see her.
We're looking for you, Jamie.
Huh?
I said, we're looking for you, Jamie.
Yeah, way on the left. Yeah, somebody cut the left off. Who took this? Was it Ron that took this picture?
Probably.
I think
amazing
so.
It's not a picture of himself.
Yeah.
Ron likes to do that.
But there's Katie and I down front there.
Yeah.
I decided I was going to be the sign holder this year. So.
Yep. Sorry, I'm looking off to the side from the bigger monitor. I can see.
Okay.
Because I'm blind.
But there we are, Saturday for the parade. And...
Darnay says, "What's this humidity y'all speak of? I miss Atlanta's lack of humidity already." That's right.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. You're surrounded on three sides by water.
Hey, we're having fake fall right now. So.
Oh my gosh, it feels great outside right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie said sadness. Jay says this was my 26th Dragon Con and probably the hottest one.
Yeah.
It was warm.
It was pretty bad. That was
Yeah, Darnay says I was an invisibuster for the parade. Darnay,
you're not the first to do that. Look, man,
we know many.
Many have missed the parade. It's all good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that have a lot of fun on Fridays that they tend to miss the parade on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, if you didn't see the parade or whatever you want to see, oh, Jamie, that's wonderful.
Ooh.
Greatest fake ball ever. 64 degrees outside right now.
Yeah, 73 degrees here.
Yeah.
But
so we're not terribly far off.
No.
Still. No, it feels great inside the house. Yeah, if you didn't see the Dragon Con parade and want to go back to our Facebook page, and we did it, we live streamed the whole thing. Just look for us on Facebook. We're at Bama Geeks. That's where we did our live stream. We should have done it on YouTube. Maybe next year we'll do it on YouTube. But
we could do both. Like I said, I'll start carrying my phone, and one of us do Facebook, one of us do YouTube.
Yeah. So Saturday night after recovering and a little bit of college football and stuff, we had the Ghostbusters panel for the American Sci-Fi Classics track. And there's from left to right, Matt Burkett as Dan Aykroyd, Uncle Dan, complete with the Crystal Head vodka. And then there's Jess and myself and Chase as Big Boss Man. And shout out to JD Raymer, who owns a little company called Pinbackers.
Yep.
He made Jess's shirt. It's the end credits, directed by Ivan Reitman.
I love that shirt.
Yeah. And I finally got to wear my Dickie shirt, which I think will probably become my standard outfit for cons from here on out.
Yep, pretty much.
Bo has been doing the Dickie shirts for years, and we've just now gotten into it, and I regret not following your lead like 10 years ago.
Well, look, I got it's not on me. Like I said, I got the idea from Borzu. It's a cool way you can still be a Ghostbuster, but still, hey, business casual, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But this was we were trying to show Ghostbusters the movie inside the panel, and we're up there just shooting the breeze as best we can for a few minutes because Joe scheduled Ghostbusters to be shown. And Joe, I love you, and I don't know if you'll see this, but Joe didn't have the movie. So we had to scramble and find a copy. But yeah, we were able to get was it Katie's laptop, or Katie went to go get her laptop to try to help, but I think they wound up getting another laptop to to make that happen. So anyway, we got to see the movie, but that's us doing the Ghostbusters panel. There was apparently a second Ghostbusters panel somewhere else in the con put on by another group.
Yeah, we don't know who they are.
We don't know who they are, but they weren't the originals, baby.
We heard some interesting things about it, but yeah, that's all.
They're going on. Darnay's going on here about. He told me to call him that morning, and for the parade, he says it has. Well, you can highlight the comment here.
But
And that was not the intended inflection. I'm pretty sure it was. I was still waking up. I'm like, hey, man. I think it was more like an understanding. Like, hey, man, I understand you want to do this. You know, hey, I can't remember. I think I called. Hey, bud, I know it's such and such time. Hey, you know, I know you're going to try to make it. You know,
yeah.
If you don't make it, I understand. You know.
Yeah, Darnay's message for our audio listeners. Bo's voicemail he left me the morning of the parade was the dad, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, but supportive message.
Spoken like a true dad.
Phil said, haha, I heard the voicemail. It really was.
Oh, man. I didn't mean it. If it came across that way, I didn't mean it to. But I guess it's good for me to get to practice now because I'm going to have a preteen here in a couple of years. So.
Bless.
Oh, I need to also mention that during the parade, it was the first time I saw Skylar in person.
Yes.
Yeah, standing on the side of the road there. And
Skylar was going to the Georgia Tech game that night. And there's Skylar. There it is. We finally got to meet Skylar. So Skylar, we helped. I think we missed. I can't even talk now. We mentioned it last time. I think that we helped Skylar with a project, and as a thank you, he sent over some really good food.
Yeah,
and also sent a shirt that Jess wears on a daily basis.
It's a comfortable shirt.
It's very comfortable. Yeah. So
yeah. But as we were in the parade, I saw him. I heard him call out, and I saw him in there, and he handed me my mug. That
oh, hang on.
Okay.
Oh, wait. You gotta show it big because you're proud of this one. Hang on.
I am. So Skylar is like myself. He loves to find vintage coffee cups, and so he had this one, and we talked prior to Dragon Con, and he said he was going to bring it to me. So he didn't intend to hand it to me during the parade, but it just kind of happened that way. But yeah, it's the Universal Studios mug. This is dated 1988.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. So it has, of course, the Ghostbusters logo on it.
That was long after the opening, wasn't it?
Yeah. It has the Jaws ride. It has the Bates house, and King Kong, Earthquake, E.T. So yeah. There you go.
Awesome.
I love it. I've been drinking out of it too. So
yeah, she has.
But yeah, that was the cup delivery during the parade.
Katie's asking, is that an old school DC pass? I think that's just the Saturday pass.
Yeah.
Because this was Skylar's first Dragon Con, and he came for Saturday. And man, so excited to meet you in person, Skylar.
Was it? I have to tell something on Brock here.
What'd I do?
Skylar, Brock felt like maybe he didn't have his energy levels quite up as needed to be. he told me afterwards, he was like, he's like, my energy is just zapped. He's like, I feel bad about it because I felt like
I'm sitting there looking at poor Skylar. I felt so horrible because we were just exhausted and dead. I'm getting close to 50. It's Skylar came to the table. I finally got to hug him and finally got to see him, and I'm just looking at him, and I know my eyes were probably about half closed, and I'm stumbling over my words.
Saturday was rough,
and I was see. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It was the burrito.
Yeah. I kept apologizing. It was the burrito.
Hey, that was a good burrito, though.
It was. We went over to Bikahuna's with Chase and Katie and Boars and
Ron
and I think that's it.
Yeah. I think that was it. Yeah.
So and I had a burrito for lunch. The very hot and tiring parade on top of being in my very late 40s and just eating that burrito and meeting Skylar afterwards. I'm so sorry, Skylar. I still am so sorry. You see how much better now.
Yeah.
I have a little bit more energy. I took a nap today. So, I was apologizing left and right because I was like, Skylar, and I would just kind of trail off and mix up my words.
Like I said, we've kind of discovered that Saturdays especially after doing a parade, is going to be a very tiring day at Dragon Con.
Darnay says, Bo, get your Ghostbusters Frozen
Thank you,
Empire
sir.
Halloween Horror Nights lanyard sent
Oh.
out soon. Jess and Brock, would you like one as well?
I will not turn one down.
I'll refund you that $20 if you don't mind getting them.
Mhm.
That you super chatted earlier, man. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Yeah, we'd love one because we don't know if we're going to be able to make it this year. We might have an opportunity to slide down in October, especially since we're not going to Chattanooga now.
Mhm.
Maybe we might get a chance to, but yeah, we'd love one. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
absolutely. Sunday we had our PKE Surge lunch.
Mhm.
Let's
Which
see. I'm glancing through. I don't have a picture of the lunch.
we're not going to bash the mellow mushroom. No, not at all.
No, we're not going to because they've been really good to us
Yeah.
over the years.
Yeah.
Mellow Mushroom there around the con area. There was a mess up in communications for that. I called and I have the 2 phone calls where I talked to their manager on my phone. I always make the reservations for the PKE Surge lunch every year. And we got there and they had no record of my reservation, even though I spoke to their manager twice.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we don't do reservations. I'm like, you've done a reservation for us every year for the past 13 years, 14 years.
Yeah.
And so they botched it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't get their lunch till late. It was a mess.
Yeah. It was a little chaotic, but no.
But Nick got his food first for once.
Look. Nick didn't have to wait for his food this year.
Yeah.
Everyone but
everyone gets nicked.
But everyone gets nicked at least once every year. They fail.
I tell you one thing, the number one way you learn not to get nicked, don't order a calzone.
Yeah. Yep. Darn it. Let me know if you do. And absolutely, they're much easier to ship than cereal boxes.
I'm sure.
Yes. We did get
that. We appreciate the cereal.
Very much.
Yeah, we loved it.
But yeah, Mellow Mushroom was Phil said Brian and Rochelle got nicked
they got the nick this year. Yeah.
Yeah, Boris and I were talking. We may try to find another location next year, but Mellow's about the only place where we don't have to put down a deposit. I know that at Max Loggers, we were told that the Star Wars, the 501st group eats there, and they have to put $1,000 non-refundable deposit down on Max Loggers, plus pay for the food to rent out that space. So
yeah,
it's going to be tricky, but we'll try to find something for next year. Katie says, Mellow Mushroom tip, order a salad.
Yeah.
And Jamie said, I got mine. Got my calzone before Brian and Rochelle, and they ordered before me. Wow.
It's got to happen. It's just bound to happen. That's the way it goes, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, the good parts about the lunch.
Yeah. The good parts about the lunch. We got ours on time, and we got to eat with everybody. We got to see most everybody. They had to scatter us all over the downstairs. That's the first time where and the thing is, when I called during the summer, it said to make reservations, call, and I made reservations with their manager. And then I checked their website while we were sitting there on that Sunday, and the reservation line was gone. So we'll see. We'll see.
Change or something that just happened, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They still should have honored it,
Yeah, they should have, and I apologize to everybody that got messed over this year. But after all that, we went back to we went back, and Jess was Mrs. Roper.
I was.
Chase was Chrissy. There was a Three's Company panel read. But
I've got to say, do you have pictures on that? Because I can.
Yeah, just hang on. I was reading some of the other comments.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Darnay wants to know if the deposit goes anything other than
that's just it. Nope. I think that's just paying for usage of the space.
Yeah. So Jamie said, record everything. It's not your fault. Nope. I take no blame, but still I feel bad when all of our friends can't be treated well. But where is this? How can I not add this to the stream? Whoa, full screen. Hang on a second. No, something has messed up. Remove that. Add to state. There it is.
Hey,
okay. So Joe and his crew, y'all know how much we love Mac and Me. We watched that movie a few years ago, and I fell in love with this movie. I absolutely fell in love with it. But they had these buttons in the back. So I just watched Mac and Me. I think it's the best movie ever. This is all American sci-fi classic tracks fault.
I think it was one of their lock-in movies a year or so ago.
Yeah. And they had these pins on the back. We each grabbed those pins. We couldn't help it. So the panel, the read along or the table read panel. Let's see. I'm looking to see if there's any more. I've got just a couple more photos here. I don't want to take up the whole stream with photos, but y'all ready to see Chase?
Oh boy.
Are y'all ready to see Chase as Chrissy from Three's Company?
He went from handsome Chase Ambrose to beautiful Chase Ambrose.
Yeah. I had very confused feelings about this.
Foxy Chase Ambrose.
Yeah.
Jamie said, Mac and Me, that movie creeped me out. And that whole explosion at the end.
The best coke-fueled shootout in cinema history.
Yeah.
Aside from Scarface.
Yeah, Darnay says it was still a good time with everyone who wanted to hang out on that side of the restaurant. Absolutely.
Here, I've also got some pictures here too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
If you look, this is Jess right here as Mrs. Roper. That she got stopped a lot for that costume. And then here we'll just zoom in a little bit on Chase and Jess there. But there's beautiful Chase Ambrose right there.
That was during that was after the Three's Company table read. That was the Out of This World table read. But during the Three's Company one, I was gonna say
you got that?
I've got some of those. Yeah, hang on just a second. Give me just one moment here.
That's one I did not pull.
I am sorry. Sorry guys. Bear with me here.
That's all right. She is Jamie said, yeah, it was weird wheelchair flying. Thank you, Paul Rudd. Darnay. Chase had the most facial hair changes in one weekend.
So this was Chase with the girl that played Chrissy.
Yeah.
During the table read.
Janet.
Janet.
I'm sorry. Yes, Janet. My bad. I got confused because we thought Chase actually wasn't doing Chrissy. He was doing Cindy in the episode that they were doing the table read.
Chase was reading the part of Cindy, but he thought he was doing Chrissy, and hilarity ensued.
Give me just 1 second.
Oh, hang on. Chase says, I'm a pretty lady, and next year Mitchell and I are going to do a 2 Wong food group.
Yes.
I can't wait to see that. Jamie said this needs an award. Absolutely. Yes, Chase.
This was actually during the this was during the Three's Company table read. They handed out kazoos.
Yeah.
And we had to do the theme song before they did the table read. So there's myself and Brock and Ron.
Oh, hang on. Let's not gloss over the fact Jess has never played a kazoo before. She tried to blow in the skinny end.
Kazoo is a serious business.
I am. Look.
She was trying to. I turned to her. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Don't you play it this way?" I said, "No, turn it around at the big end." And so they had to give kazoo instructions for Jess.
So what happened during the Three's Company table read? There was quite a few of us sitting out that were dressed as Mrs. Roper, and what they did was every time Mrs. Roper had a line during the table read, they showed it on the screens that were on the side of the stage. So they got all the Mrs. Ropers to say the lines at the same time. And then after the Three's Company was over with is when I went up and did the table read for the episode of Out of This World. And there's Chase and I.
Look at that. 2 pretty ladies.
Look at there. But that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed participating in that this year. And I think Joe was lining up a virtual table read at
Mhm.
some point that we were talking about afterwards that I could be involved in, and we're hoping that it's going to be the Dukes of Hazzard episode with the alien
Yeah.
visitor.
Of
So
course, Chase will be heavily involved with that.
yeah.
Chase owns a General Lee, so yeah.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. So I was really glad to be a part of that. But I enjoyed the Mrs. Roper costume, and as Brock said, it got more of a reaction than I was planning on it getting.
And for you, easily one of the nicest and coolest costumes,
Yes.
most comfortable for sure.
Very, very comfortable. Yeah.
Jay says, "I love you, Jess, and I'm sorry for being prettier than you."
Oh, look. Hey,
It was the golden locks.
you were a lot prettier than I was.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. You never know.
Oh man. But man, that was a lot of fun. And then we all went back. Was that yeah, it was Sunday evening where we all made it back to the fan tables, and we had our class photo taken.
Yeah.
This is, of course, there's Chase. Finally, no Chrissy and no facial hair.
Yeah.
But you got Chase, and there's Matt and Nick picking a. The reason is you see Jamie down here is holding the Dragon Con Home Turf 2024 year 15. We were trying to take a class photo.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and that's what it is. So Nick and Chase were making sure that they look like the awkward children in the photos. And then there's Phil and Nando and Ashley and Darnay and Ron and Bo and Jess and me and Chris and Katie, and then Chase and Shelly and Jamie. We were the ones that were around. There were a lot more Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And our friends were a lot more people around all weekend, but we were the ones that were there for the. Hey, AJ.
Hey,
Hey, welcome in.
Quick.
Yeah.
AJ said, "I'm standing behind Ron."
That explains why you can't be seen then.
Absolutely. And quick shout out for AJ. Make sure you visit his website, gbfans.com. That has been the gold standard of Ghostbusters sites forever.
Yep.
A lot of the gateway to where I met a lot of these wonderful people.
Yep.
Yeah. You want to know how a lot of these people got to know each other? Yeah. That's how it happens.
Darnay said that's PE coach Ron.
Yeah, Ron's not. Yeah. I'm the coach.
Phil says AJ's in the house. Katie laughing at AJ.
And something else we did this year at Dragon Con that I really enjoyed, and I was glad that I was able to facilitate this with my friends, was Jessica's craft table. So
you got already.
AJ, thanks, man. Hey.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, AJ, thank you so
Appreciate
much.
that. Thank you so much.
$10 super chat.
Hey,
thanks for the plug. Thank you, man.
We are always pointing people to gbfans.com.
Yeah.
Always.
Jay says, AJ, tell Casey I said hi. Yeah, thank you, AJ. You know what? I'm probably going to turn that right back around and buy some more patches from you.
Now I'm overdue for my every few monthly. I need some new pins.
See the way we keep this circulating, right?
Yeah.
It's just going right back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll give Darnay back the $20 to pay for the lanyards. We'll send AJ the $10 back to pay for patches and stuff.
Yeah.
That's how we roll. It's one big happy family. So
it was, wasn't it? I mean,
did it, was that up? I missed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, craft time equals the best.
Yeah. Yeah, that was is that the picture? Yeah, it's the picture I had pulled up. So yeah, Jess has Jess made friendship bracelets for a lot of people, and it turned into everybody just bringing all the materials, and everybody started making bracelets there. And something I want to, before we wrap up and everything tonight, we'll let you guys know. Excuse me. Jess made these PKE Surge bracelets, and I'm wearing a Bama Geeks. Jess made a special Bama Geeks bracelet at my request. One thing we like to do for our Patreon members, which if you're interested at all, you just go over to patreon.com/Bama Geeks, or join the channel that way. We are thinking about doing kind of a private stream for our Patreon and YouTube members, where we're going to, if you're a Patreon member, watch the stream, and we may make because I have no skill in this.
Yeah.
Will
Look.
make your bracelets live. So we want to kind of reward our Patreon members. We'd like to make you a custom one. We don't know when that's going to happen. Hopefully it'll be soon. I think she's got to restock some of her supplies.
Yeah, but I can show you, because that's one thing I did at the table, was that I showed others how to make the bracelets. So
Yeah.
I was kind of I was the craft instructor at the table. Yeah. And if anybody, if you didn't, I had a couple of the PK Surge bracelets made, some of the home turf. So if you didn't get one, please let me know, and I will get one to you. Yeah, Ron. Yeah, Ron was coming up with he told me I need to get an LLC, and there's a way that we can write this off as a business expense.
Ron always lowering.
Yeah. Laurie's gonna
thank
lawyer.
you, Darnay.
Yeah, Darnay said my PKA Surge bracelet just gave me was awesome.
Phil's still wearing. You're wearing.
Phil
all
says
yours
I'm wearing all of mine now.
Yeah, he said he may not, take them off, because he's had that one Ghostbusters bracelet on for the one that got at the premiere. Yeah,
years ago. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I'm wearing a Bama Geeks bracelet. We would like to make one for you guys, for our Patreon members and YouTube members. So maybe we can do a live stream with that and have you guys join us really soon. Like I said, there's the PK Surge. She's got all kinds of colors and stuff, so we can make you a Bama Geeks bracelet, and you customize the colors while you watch her make it. Maybe we can do that. We could do that sometime real soon. So that's just something that we would like to do for our members.
Yeah.
So, well, after Sunday was over, the old folks crawled out of bed,
packed it up,
and had lunch with some other of our Alabama Ghostbusters and lifelong friends from the other side of the state, over at the Vortex, where it's just really good hamburgers, really good food. So we always try to get together with them.
Where you can get plenty of Splenda if you ask, right?
Oh my gosh! Oh, hang on! Hey, I totally forgot to bring that up.
Yeah, while we're on that subject.
Yeah, hang on a second. Y'all got to see this. So Jess is very much, Jess and I both are very much into Splenda.
It is the healthier option.
We try to limit our sugar intake. Oh, this thing's going to take forever now to pull up. Hang on. Y'all got to see this.
I've got it handy. You need me to pull it up?
While you're doing that, I guess Kevin's not here, but I do have a joke on deck if I need to use it.
Oh, you got a dad joke for us?
Yeah, I can. If you want me to throw it in here while we're waiting.
Okay.
I mean, not to steal from Kevin's segment, but I mean,
If you want to go ahead, I've got the pictures up.
Okay. It's a quick one. It won't take long.
Yeah.
Why did the Pelican get thrown out of the restaurant?
Why is that?
His bill was too big.
All
right, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, that's for Kevin. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. So Jess asked for Splenda. She said, "Can you?" Jess hoards Splenda. She's got a whole bunch in her purse. She got a lot of the house. She will hoard those packets. So we told the guy serving us at the Vortex, said, "Make sure you bring plenty of Splenda for Jess." And this is what he came up with.
He brought the box.
He brought the box.
What's in the box?
We lost it. We couldn't stop laughing at this. But yeah, Jess.
There's a reason why I try to tell them, bring me enough so that, when they're refilling the tea, and I've got it, I don't have to keep asking them to bring any more. It's already there. They refill it. I can add more Splenda as I need to. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm doing what I do.
Well, he brought the box and he left it there, and we got to have a lot of Splenda for lunch. So
yeah.
Oh me. But yeah, we all made it back home safely, and naturally, because we're here.
Yeah.
That goes with
I have to say, like I said, I told them, I said I avoided con crud, but I saw a couple of leaves falling, so my sinuses was like, all right, we're gonna do this. So that's my
Yeah.
only downfall. I know a
Mhm.
couple folks got sick, and I think everyone's doing better, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had several friends catch COVID from the con, and thankfully we didn't,
Mhm.
which was a good thing because as soon as we got home on Monday, we slept, and then Tuesday morning, Jess and I were back up and on the road down to Orange Beach, Alabama, down to the coast, about a 4.5 hour trip to the coast for my work conference, and we got back late Friday. So, um,
I agree. She went Ron Swanson on the split.
Oh,
I don't think you. Yeah, I don't think you heard me. I mean, bring me all the the bacon and eggs that you have.
all the Splenda you have.
Jay said, I think what you heard was bring me a lot of bacon. Jess Swanson.
Yeah, but thankfully we've been feeling all right. We made it through,
Mhm.
and I would say that actually today is when post-con depression hit me, only because it's back to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next 2 weeks of
Yeah.
work are going to be rather stressful because we're trying to get some projects and stuff done. Let me put it this way. I'm trying to get projects and stuff done for a lot of people. So yeah, it's going to be, it was great to have these last couple of weeks with all of our friends, many who have been here in the chat. We appreciate you guys stopping by
Yeah.
and all. Like I said, next week, or anything else you guys want to add for Dragon Con before we call it a night?
I'm just sad it's over.
I'm
It
sad.
just
Always.
it feels like it, it's you always say next year, you got the next year until the next one happens, and then it starts getting closer and the months start coming, and then it's like we're a week away and the excitement's there, and then it just feels like it goes by too
Yep,
fast
it does.
once we get there. And
Dragon Con is the fastest 5-day period you can ever experience.
Mhm. Yeah. So we'll see what it's like next year when we show up on Wednesday and we get we get
do
that
extra.
extra day with you guys. So
Yep.
Yes.
We are confirmed. Cortland Grand, we're going to be staying there again. They really boogered up a lot of reservations this year and messed up a lot of reservations. And they sent out an apology text and an apology email to all the people who stayed there this year and said, please, here's your chance to register. Just go ahead. And it was super simple. Last year was a headache to get our rooms back because they had just switched ownership. And
Yeah,
they do start coming. Yes,
that's
I agree.
right. They don't stop coming.
What a concept.
And as you, if some of you saw that the Cortland Grand was actually doing popcorn and lemonade in the lobby. So that was, we come now for the elevator, headed out Thursday, and I was like, they've got popcorn. Yay!
yes, they did.
So I was like, okay, you're winning. You're winning points back with me. I see you extending the the olive branch of peace to me in the form of popcorn. Okay.
They knew that Jess had been wronged.
Yeah.
And so
They knew Jess had said a lot of bad things about them when they abruptly canceled on us. So, but yeah, they've been apologizing. They have been trying to right their wrongs. So let's see how all this plays out into the next year. But
yeah, so we've already got a room for Dragon Con. We still got to buy our passes before they go up.
Yeah.
Excuse me, hiccup.
But yeah, it's like we said, it gets here and then it seems like it's over, and then it's back to reality. It's back to the real world.
Yep.
So.
Absolutely. But that's okay because hey, fake fall is here. The temperatures have eased off a little bit, so that makes it a little bit more happy. And say, oh, absolutely, Chase.
Yes.
Chase said, Dragon Con has been an institution in my life since 1998, and I've met the best friends I've ever known through it. It's the basis of my film and TV jobs, but the source of my best friends. I love you all. And we love you, man.
It's everybody I know who's in this chat that we see. Like I said, I love y'all guys like family. I mean, like
absolutely
family. So
and Darnay, I'm so glad that you were able to make it, and we'll see you next year. You have been accepted and welcomed into this group. So Hey.
Yeah.
And Skylar, I hope that you get a chance to come more.
Please do,
Yes,
some
Skylar.
more
yeah.
days next year. It works out for you because, dude, I'm telling you, all you got to do is just get in with this group, and it's.
I come more for these people than I do for anything
Mhm.
else. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's why the 5 days go by so quickly. Is I'm having such a good time with people I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I totally agree with you on that. And that's what it's become more for me every year is just that opportunity to spend that time with people that I don't get to see, but usually this one time a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So, well, guys, we're going to call it a night. I know work does come early in the morning. Up and Phil
Yeah.
feels like if it wasn't for you all, I wouldn't come back.
100%.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. But yeah, everybody, and it's a
And of
lot.
course, Surge, Dragon Con, but I mean, Surge is part of all of our family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I came in 2009 for the first ever PKE Surge, and I haven't left, and it's because of all the friends I've made in the Ghostbusters community and at Dragon Con, and it's absolutely a family reunion every year. Of course, Darnay, he said, "Oh, dang, that means a lot. It really does, man. We hope you come back, and like we said, Skylar, hope you're back next year,
Mhm.
Yes.
and hopefully we get to see you guys outside of Dragon Con. If we do come down for Halloween Horror Nights, Darnay, we'll let you know.
Mhm.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
We're going to try, but and definitely, Skylar, we're over in Georgia quite a bit,
Mhm.
so we'll definitely see you. Hopefully, all right. So that's gonna wrap it up for us. Anything else? Parting words? Anything?
Oh, I think I'm good.
All right, Darnay, AJ, thank you so much again for the super chat.
Yes,
Y'all are
thank
the
you.
first two we've ever had.
Thank you.
We appreciate that very much. We love you guys, and if you want to follow us on social media everywhere, we're at Bama Geeks. Every platform, just search for that. That's where we are. If you're on Facebook and want to join our private community, we've got a private group called Bama Geeks Front Porch, just like we do in Alabama. We sit on the front porch and shoot the breeze. And if you want a bracelet custom made during a live stream that we're going to try to plan on soon, all you have to do is join us over at patreon.com/Bama Geeks or hit the join button here on the YouTube channel.
So, like I said, for everybody leaves, make sure you give a like for us, and
Yeah.
And as I let you do it. The rating on iTunes.
Yeah.
So get that out there.
Yeah, please leave a like in the live stream. If you're watching after the live stream happened, please leave us a like. Leave a comment. We'll read them and respond to them. Also, if you're listening on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you can leave a 5-star rating, we would certainly appreciate it. If you want to leave us a review, we appreciate that. If you didn't like us, it's okay. It's all right.
That's fine.
We're not everybody's cup of tea, but
hey, we might be your haunted apple drink, but hey,
yeah, we might be your Beetlejuice Fanta.
You might get the reaction I
sour
got
taste.
when we drink this.
No.
But thank you so much again. We really appreciate you, and we will catch you guys next week with Gary Jones from the Alabama Theater. We're going to be live with him. You do not want to miss him. This guy is a hoot. If you missed him earlier the year, go back and watch that episode with him. You're going to love Gary. We're going to talk about something really fun for Birmingham at the Alabama Theater coming up in October. So make sure you join us next Sunday night, 1 week from tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And for Jess and Bo and Kevin, I'm Brock. We will see y'all then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.